Alexa Bliss joins Uncle Howdy. Vince McMahon already breaking a promise he made upon WWE Return. When Vince McMahon is expected to make WWE TV Return Leaked. Update on The Rock's WrestleMania 39 return. Vince McMahon's impact on The Rock's WrestleMania 39 return. Spoiler on Bray Wyatt's planned opponent for WrestleMania. Let's jump right into it. Vince McMahon already breaking a promise he made upon WWE Return. Vince McMahon is making a move that will surprise nobody. It was fully expected of him, but it's all happening a lot sooner than expected. The original goal of McMahon's return to WWE was to initiate and explore the possibility of a sale, not to be directly involved and make changes. He is reportedly already breaking the promise that he made. A lot has happened in the McMahon return saga. What was supposed to be a retirement turned out to be a few months of vacation as he used his majority shareholder position to force himself back into power. He is now the executive chairman of WWE, with Stephanie McMahon stepping down as the co-CEO. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Vince McMahon is already backtracking on the promise he made of not having any involvement apart from the sale of WWE. According to one, he is already back in his office suggesting changes. To add to that, he has rehired some old staff, such as Brad Blum, his chief of staff. WWE staff reportedly had a meeting where they were told that things would be business as usual. The narrative seemed to be that Vince McMahon's return won't affect anything, most certainly not Triple H's position as the head of creative. However, only days after that, Stephanie McMahon resigned as the co-CEO of WWE. Triple H reportedly held a backstage meeting to pass on the same message, business as usual. However, most people seem to be in the mindset that everything good that WWE did in the last 5 months will be undone. This is perhaps why it came as no surprise that McMahon has already begun to suggest numerous changes. When Vince McMahon is expected to make WWE TV Return Leaked. Vince McMahon shocked the WWE Universe when he returned to the company a week ago. After retiring from his duties as the chairman of the board in July 2022, this decision was a complete U-turn. He is now the executive chairman and has announced his intention to sell the company. Whilst the latest reports state that he is no longer going to take over creative, as confirmed by Chief Content Officer Triple H, Vinnie Mac may return to TV as soon as the WWE Raw 30th Anniversary special, according to reputable and reliable journalists. Mike Johnson of PW Insider stated that he wouldn't be surprised if the former WWE chairman made his presence felt on the go-home edition of Raw prior to the Royal Rumble PLE on January 23rd. No one knows what Vince will do with Vince. The T-Rex has escaped the pen. However, if I was a betting man, I'd probably bet he appears in some fashion on the 30th anniversary of Raw on 1/23 in Philly. Following her father's return to WWE, Stephanie McMahon resigned from her post as co-CEO of the global juggernaut company. The two were reportedly having issues working together. While the reports concerning Vince McMahon's TV return haven't been confirmed yet, it's safe to assume that he would want to be on screen, considering the significance of the show. According to a report from Fightful Select, Triple H held a talent meeting ahead of Friday Night SmackDown on January 13th in an effort to alleviate some of the concerns WWE superstars have had regarding McMahon's return and the potential sale of the company. The report noted that Triple H tried to dispel rumors of a sale being completed and said that it would take much longer to accomplish if it were to happen. The game is still in charge of the creative and will play a significant role in the near future by continuing to take the brand forward on an upward trajectory. This seems to be great news for not only the talent but the viewers as well, considering the game has done a phenomenal job at vastly improving the product. Update on The Rock's WrestleMania 39 return. Recent reports have come out regarding the potential appearances of both The Rock and John Cena at WrestleMania 39, which is set to take place on April 1st and 2nd, 2023. With this year's Showcase of the Immortals set to take place in Los Angeles, California, WWE is looking to pull out all the stops in regards to having their biggest ever stars back performing at WrestleMania. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer recently reported on the ongoing status of both John Cena and Dwayne Johnson's potential return. They expect John Cena at WrestleMania, and as far as The Rock goes, it just depends on his schedule. I would say we're within 2 weeks of a yes or no on that one, because they've got to have their answer by Royal Rumble because they've got to know what to do at the Rumble. While the Great One has not appeared in a WWE ring since 2019, John Cena recently made his return as he and Kevin Owens defeated Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn on SmackDown. Despite both WWE and the People's Champion himself having remained tight-lipped on his possible comeback, many both in and out of the business have given their thoughts on the rumored return. Speaking on his podcast, Café de René, former WWE Tag Team Champion René Dupree stated with complete sincerity that the Hollywood star will once again be stepping into the ring very soon. Rock, trust me, listen, if there's gonna be a place sold out, it's because The Rock is rumored to be there, he said. If he were to make a comeback, the match many expect him to compete in would be against his cousin and current undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Will the Great One perform at WrestleMania this year? Give us your thoughts in the comments section below. Vince McMahon's impact on The Rock's WrestleMania 39 return. Despite having recently made his return to WWE, reports are suggesting that Vince McMahon's comeback is unlikely to impact The Rock's possible showing at WrestleMania 39. Now back as the board's executive chairman, many are expecting McMahon to potentially resume his previous position as the head of creative. Following the veteran promoter's initial retirement in July 2022, his son-in-law, Triple H, took charge of the creative process. During a recent edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer reported that the misconduct allegations surrounding McMahon might not influence The Rock's rumored return to WWE. The basic thing is that Dwayne Johnson is going to do what he has the time to do. If he has time, the Vince stuff is going to have no impact whatsoever. He's going to do it if he feels he can do it well and he has time to train for it. After making his comeback to WWE following a 6-month absence, Vince's daughter Stephanie McMahon announced that she would be resigning from her position as CEO of the company. Meanwhile, former world champion The Rock is expected to return ahead of WrestleMania 39. Following his recent return, various reports have indicated that Vince intends to sell World Wrestling Entertainment and make the company private once again. Speaking on Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Outlaws, former head WWE writer Vince Russo questioned why McMahon had returned and if he was looking to tear down the company he helped prosper. "It's like I'm going down like a blaze of glory, man." Yeah, guess what, bro? You're going down in a blaze of glory and you're going down alone. Bro, all the money he has, the billions of dollars, what does it mean? This is a 77-year-old man. I should be sitting at home and embracing my grandkids. Bro, how many years do you have left? You want to go out in this blazing ball of fire alone? He's going to destroy the very thing he built, said Vince Russo. Currently, Vince McMahon has not assumed control of the WWE creative process. Triple H reportedly held a recent meeting with all the superstars, ensuring that their creative directions would remain unchanged. What are your thoughts on Vince McMahon's return to WWE? Let us know in the comments section below. Spoiler on Bray Wyatt's planned opponent for WrestleMania. Bray Wyatt is set to face off against LA Knight in a pitch-black match next weekend, but it appears that WWE could have some much bigger plans for him at WrestleMania 39. According to a report by Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, Wyatt could come face-to-face with Uncle Howdy inside the squared circle at the biggest event of the year. Of course, this would mean that the WWE Universe would finally find out the identity of the man who has been stalking Wyatt since his return. I think we're getting that match at WrestleMania. It sure looks like that way to me. It's something. I mean, Bray's a merch seller, and Bray's over, and you have to do something with him, and the top guys probably want to avoid him, because his history with top guys, I mean, what did Bret Hart say? You go in as a 10 and come out as a 6. Bo Dallas was released from WWE back in 2021 and has dropped off the radar over the past 2 years. The former tag team champion was recently spotted backstage at Raw amid rumors that the promotion would re-sign him following Bray Wyatt's return. There have been several hints regarding Howdy's identity, but Dallas does appear to be the best man to be unveiled since the two brothers were never given a chance to work together on the main roster. The feud could also then be made about how Bray Wyatt has always overshadowed his brother and finally, he's found a way to get revenge. This could be one of the biggest storylines for the company heading into WrestleMania, and it would make WrestleMania memorable to have the two brothers finally face off. Who do you think is hiding under Uncle Howdy's mask? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. WWE Raw plays and outcomes. The road to the Royal Rumble is heating up on WWE Raw, but it appears that several stars are not focused on the path that could take them to the biggest event of the year thus far. While Alexa Bliss has had her own issues in recent weeks with Uncle Howdy, there have been teases that the Hurt Business could reform. Judgment Day also now has a shot at the Usos and the Raw Tag Team Championship, which could lead to an interesting showdown. Number 5. Edge and Beth Phoenix return to crash the Judgment Day celebrations. Judgment Day came out on top in last week's Tag Team Turmoil match. However, it would be hard for the group to celebrate their win, given the enemies they have in WWE. Besides the Mysterio family, Judgment Day has been looking over their shoulders for Edge and Beth Phoenix following their beatdown at Extreme Rules 2022. The duo was expected to return ahead of the Royal Rumble and could choose to spoil their celebrations this week or could instead make their return in a few weeks' time and cost them the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship instead. Number 4. Kevin Owens outsmarts the Bloodline once again on WWE Raw. Kevin Owens has had the Bloodline's number for several weeks and will have a chance to prove that he can overcome Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble. Last week on SmackDown, he was attacked by the Usos and Solo Sikoa, which cost Sami Zayn his match but also gave Owens the victory. The stats will read that he won the match, and it will appear that he once again managed to outsmart the Tribal Chief. It's clear that the Bloodline will be sent to Raw once again to send another message which could see Owens waiting and prepared to attack. Number 3. Adam Pearce gives the Bloodline an ultimatum. There have been several teases and rumors regarding the Bloodline and the Authority in WWE in recent weeks, but it could finally start to make sense. It appears that the Tag Team Championships will be split in the coming weeks or at least defended separately. Pierce is seemingly trying to take away any power that the Bloodline thinks they have on WWE Raw, and he could take drastic action. If the Usos are no longer Raw Tag Team Champions, they won't have a reason to be on the red brand, so Pierce could be looking to ensure that he sends a message to Roman Reigns about invading the show. Moreover, the official could be making it clear that Reigns will be stripped of his Universal Championship if it continues to happen. Number 2. Omos joins the Hurt Business on WWE Raw. The Bloodline has been causing some issues for Adam Pearce over the past few weeks, and it's clear that he has a few plans up his sleeve. He was seen chatting with MVP and several members of the Hurt Business recently. If Bobby Lashley and MVP can overcome their differences, he could help them reunite. Bloodline currently has 5 members, so Omos could also be added to the team and be one of the difference makers in helping overcome Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Omos and Lashley have their own history, but they should be able to get past it if MVP and Lashley reconcile. Number 1. Alexa Bliss turns on Bray Wyatt, joins Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy has his eye on Alexa Bliss, and that much is clear. However, the reason behind it remains a mystery. Howdy and Bray Wyatt are not on the same page at the moment, and he could be looking for Alexa Bliss because she knows what it takes to overcome Wyatt and his monsters. Howdy may not be looking to recruit Bliss on behalf of Wyatt, but instead could be turning her against him in the hopes of forming his own stable. More will become clear if Howdy shows up again this week on WWE Raw. Do you think there will be many surprises on WWE Raw? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing.